Well, howdy there, y'all. Today is chest and triceps day today, so it's going to be a great day. And on this chest and triceps day, a little bit maybe of front delts, maybe some side delts, as I've been doing, which I do like doing that, and I have time today, so I could do it. I think I'm going to do some incline dumbbell bench. I was thinking I was going to do that. And, just I haven't done them in a while. And I want to see just to make sure I could still, rep out some good weight, Maybe see if I can do some more now. And, see if the incline benching has translated to incline dumbbell benching. I don't know if it really would. But essentially it's the same pattern and same motions, except one's on a bar and one's on the dumbbells. So, we're going to find out. But, I'm proud of my incline bench numbers because I've gotten up to 225 on it's not 225, but it's 2 plates on the Smith machine. So, it looks like 225, feels like 225, so I'm going to count it as 225. Right? So, But, in other terms today, same as always, flies, easy bar push downs, along with some, just some other regular, overhead, maybe some rope overhead, maybe some dumbbell overhead, and then some, one arm kind of unilateral, and then some, pump work at the end, obviously. So, same as always, around 6-7 sets of chest, around 6-7 sets of, triceps. I always think that 6 to 8 set range per muscle group is the perfect range. Not only because, for one, I think that's like the most stimulating, because if you do too little, I think if you do 1 to 5, you have more in the tank, right? And if you do kind of maybe 8-ish to whatever beyond that, I think you're kind of doing too much, because you're not usually working around the same weight in that, right? You might go to, let's say you do 200 pounds for a fly, right? On a pec deck or whatever. And that first set, you bang it out for 10. Okay, you want to get another 10 rep. You do 195 or 190 for the second. And then the third set, and the fourth set. And then fifth set, you're like, okay, let me bump down to 180 and do for 9 reps or whatever. That sixth set and beyond that, you might do 180, but you might get for 6, 7, 5 reps or whatever. So it's not really, you're not really doing much for yourself. There's not much reward out of doing that. It's not a marathon, right? It's not a sprint really either. The gym is a completely different pace of things, right? If you feel as if you're not going to get as much of, whatever out of it, you should probably not do it as much. I think that you should go all out, but there needs to be a fine line of knowing when you're kind of doing a bit much and you're kind of just doing it to do it, but train however you like. If you want to train 40 sets, 40 sets for a muscle group, go ahead. I'm not going to stop you, right? You have your free will. You do whatever you want with your free will, right? It's doing whatever you want with your own money, right? I'm not going to tell you to do whatever with your money. I give you advice, but you don't have to listen to me, Right? I could tell you to invest your money in the stocks and, maybe a 401k, invest your money long-term wise, right? But you could say, screw it, I'm going to go to the casino and gamble all of it away and maybe make some more money out of that. Or lose all of it, probably. So, just be smart with your training. Research a little bit. And not only research, have the time in the gym to really realize what you're actually doing and what you like and what you don't like. Because if you're in the gym, let's say you've been in the gym for 2 years and you've just done the same basic workouts that you've learned on YouTube, like a 30-second video that's a workout routine, right? And you don't really like it, but you do it because you don't really want to learn any other things, or you don't really care to, you're minimizing your progress right there, You could, do other things that maybe aren't fully by the book, and you're going to grow from it probably, if you like it, if your body likes it. So, that's my tip right now, but let's get into the gym now. All right, so now, first of all, we have a dumbbell bench press right here. I did 3 reps on the sets. I did 2 sets total today on this exercise. Make sure when you're doing this, you train heavy, go slow on the way down, explode on the way up, and at the end, do a couple partials, and at the very end, make sure you just do a static hold on that weight. Now we're doing a fly. All we're doing pretty much is just keeping the elbows in, trying to touch the elbows, get a deep stretch in the back, and explode on the way up. Train moderately heavy with this, and that's really it. Mainly, I did 3 sets today, and then I trained in the 6 to 12 rep range. Now we're moving on the triceps. Train heavy with these. These are just easy bar pushdowns. Keep your elbows in when you do this movement, and when you're at the top, you can kind of lean up and go forward up a little bit, and that just helps with your stretch. Train heavy with these, like I said, and I did 3 sets, and I trained in the 6 to 10 rep range today. Now you can use a rope for this one, but this is just an overhead extension. You could do dumbbells or even a barbell if you really want to, but this is what I wanted to do today, so just a different variety. But train moderately light for these. Obviously keep your elbows in when you do these, and instead of just going straight at the top, kind of go at the top and forward in front of you when you're doing the movement, and then go slow on the way back to get a deep stretch. And I trained in the 4 to 12 rep range for these today, and I did 2 sets. Now just another variation with kind of the rope essentially, but this is just, I think, honestly like a bar that you can move out towards like your hips and stuff, but train moderately light for this. This is kind of almost just like for like a pump thing, but we're going to be training around the 10 rep range. I did 2 sets. Keep your elbows in, and when you can't do the full reps, you can kind of go back and then put your hands forward in front of you. Yo. Lift is done. Feeling good. Feeling kind of big. Feeling not so lean. No, but the one thing about the bulk, right, is it's more essential, I think, for carbs, right? And obviously, you're going to be eating a shit ton of carbs if you bulk, right? Or if you're trying to gain weight or whatever the case may be, because you're eating more overall food, right? Which usually consists of some type of carbs. Because if you're bulking, but you're eating like the carnivore diet, which is like barely any carbs, I think, or maybe it's no carbs even, or maybe it's like low carbs, maybe from like fruits and shit. I don't know if you could do that. And I know the carnivore diet mainly is for like, geez, man, this is so bad. The carnivore diet is mainly for like losing weight, so I know that's like not its purpose. Hold on, oh my gosh, dude. Oh, I'm getting pissed. Okay, there we go. That road is so bumpy because of all the snow that's on it still. But, yeah. I mean, what was I talking about? I lost my train of thought. Oh, yeah. But when posing, because I'm going to still show you guys the posing. It's not like I look like a Pillsbury Doughboy or nothing. I just have more meat on my bones, that's for sure. And I look good. I feel good, right? So, everything's working out. I'm getting stronger. Today was a little, it wasn't a strong day, but it wasn't a weak day necessarily. Like, I just didn't PR anything, and I had to go a little down on my weight today. I think it was just because I'm not getting my 300 carbs before the gym, you know, which that's going to happen, and that's been happening for like the last week and a half or so, 2 weeks. I haven't been able to get my 300 carbs before the gym just because my schedule and everything, but it's all right. But in other circumstances, it was a good lift overall. Still, I got a good pump. I don't know how you guys feel about this, but whenever I get a tricep pump, I feel so much more wide rather than if I get like a lat pump. I know that's kind of weird to say, but I can't imagine how wide I'd feel and look if I got a tricep and back pump at the same time. I'd probably look like, you know, when Lil Pump and Kanye did that one song together and they have the suits on, I'd probably look like one of those guys. Like a Roblox character. I used to get called a Roblox character in high school. That was a fun time period. I wasn't even that big. I just had the wide look and I was lean. So, you know. But now, feeling good. Can't really complain about nothing, man, you know. My waist is staying around the same size for this bulk, which was always the goal of it. I don't want to get fat by any means necessary. I think you're going to have to, you know, lose your abs. And I haven't lost my abs yet. I still got my abs. But they're definitely looking more watery and more soft, right? Which that's fine, you know. Like I said, on a bulk or when you're gaining weight or whatever not, you're going to look more soft, right? You're going to be bigger and stronger. But you're going to substitute that and kind of lose the hardness and, you know, whatever of your physique, right? Now, there'll be some days where I just look full and I look lean as fuck because I got the right amount of carbs in and I did my diet perfectly. But, you know. But, so we're gonna rub down here soon. And I gotta go to work at 4:30. So I still got like an hour and a half. This is like the most time I've had before work in a long while now. I got about an hour and a half before I gotta go to work, which is a great feeling. It's like I can actually chill out for a second before I go out to work, you know? See, I don't know about you guys and how your schedule aligns with like your work and everything, but I hate feeling rushed. If I have to go from point A back to point B and then have 15 minutes at point B to go to point C, and I had to be there, and it's like, holy crap, dude, I have no time to even chillax, dude, and like sit and like think for a second, dude. It sucks, you know. But you know, I don't have any much more things to say in this video today, so we're gonna just sit here. I hope you guys liked it. Hope you guys like and subscribe and comment, share the video if you guys want. But I'll see you guys later. Bye-bye.